Welcome to another episode of the Blood Knight Reacts, episode 19. I'm reacting to a video by a YouTube creator called Dark Brandon, and let's see what this video is all about. Alright.
And with that, we also look to their role models. And that brings us to the video we're looking. Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. You know, as we explored the outcome of the election, we started looking at different groups of people who voted for Donald Trump. And one of the groups of people we've been looking at was young men.
Oh, yeah. Young men. I think black people voted for Donald Trump. Hispanic people and all that. Increase the playback speed. There we go. Whole bunch of people voted for Donald Trump.
A group that really turned out for Donald Trump. And as we work to understand them, we then dug deeper to understand the problems they're facing and the challenges they're facing today. And with that, we also look to their role models. And that brings us to the video we're looking at today.
Oh, yeah. Challenges young men are facing today. Someone who's in his 30s, who is a relatively young man, I'd say. Challenges are cost of living. Cost of living, a whole bunch of shit. What else? Everything's just being too expensive, you know. So, yeah.
Today, this comes to us from a YouTuber called Legion of Men. They have 589,000 subscribers. So as we examine these people who are not only role models for young men, but also role models for MAGA, we not only want to understand what they're saying, but also...
I believe he's Romanian. I think he's Romanian. I'm not sure his relationship is to the United States. He may have been, but yeah, he's Romanian, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or he's living in Romania. Yeah.
So the solutions they're trying to provide. And so all of that brings us to the topic of his video, titled Nuking the Passport Bro Fantasy with the Red Pill. And this is a very interesting video because in the end what he says is, this isn't going to fix your problems. You're still going to have these root cause issues. But let's see if he's actually honest enough to tell them what those root cause issues are. Now, let's hear his intro and we'll add any context that's missing.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Welcome back, everybody. Today is going to be a doozy. I wanted to talk about something that's going to probably piss off half of the men dating overseas, but it needs to be said. I've been getting these questions quite often, actually, since I've been overseas. And there's this narrative that's floating around, and this is why it's happening, that if you just become a digital nomad, if you just pack up your laptop, go somewhere like Thailand or Colombia or Bali, that suddenly, for whatever reason, and we all know why, you're going to be swimming in high-quality feminine women that aren't corrupted by the Western values.
Yeah. A lot of it, it's like, yeah. The Western society is like, yeah, pretty fucked. We've pretty much fucked ourselves. We are basically, it's like feminine women in this day and age, North America, few and far between. So yeah, you gotta pretty much import feminine women and whatnot.
Western feminism, and your dating life is going to be solved forever. At least that's the promise. So
Okay, so he gave us a lot of information. One is he told us that he himself is a passport bro, that he no longer lives in America. So let's just think about that, right? This guy is influencing so many young men, 589,000 of them, and that doesn't even count all the impressions, but he's doing it in a whole other country spreading these bad morals and values. And not only that, but we see him out of the gate really
Bad morals and values? What? Like being a man? Being responsible? Being disciplined? Okay.
trying to put feminism in a bad light, a big narrative of the red pill. But in reality, feminism is just working for equality, that men and women.
Feminism. Let me tell you about feminism. Basically, it started out, it's like equal rights for men and women. Which is all fine and dandy, but it's what came after feminism. It's like you got straight up women who are hating on men. Who are you got a lot of that going on. You got girl bosses. You got what else? Fucking HRs. It's like you fucking can't hit on women at work and whatnot. If you like them, you'll get canceled. You'll lose your job. What else? Basically, the destruction of the nuclear family. You got no fault divorce. It's like, it's what came out of feminism. Over 100 years. So, yeah.
Have the same rights. And you would hope this guy would agree with our definition of feminism. I mean, look at him. He's wearing a wedding ring. So I really want to know, did he bring his American wife there, or did he find a wife there? Now, also, for those just joining us, it does make sense to add a little bit of context about what a red pill is, what a black pill is, what their differentiators are, and then also what a passport bro is. All of these are just different communities. So the red pill community originated from the Matrix metaphor that you see the harsh truth. And it claims that these mainstream views, especially ideas like feminism, just as he said, hide how sex, dating, and power really work. And their ideas really emphasize on a strategy of self-improvement, but specifically around status, money, fitness, and fame.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. Like, you gotta nail down your money, you gotta nail down fitness. You gotta basically try and be the best version of yourself. You also gotta nail down look, too. So, yeah. You basically, you need success. Otherwise, it's like shit's gonna just fall apart.
With this very competitive transactional view of relationships. So it's not really about working on yourself, understanding your traumas, learning to love yourself so you're able to love other people.
Well, no. Loving yourself is it's all well and good till it comes to the point of masturbation, you know. It's like freaking, you basically, it's like love yourself enough, but it's like, you gotta be able to change. You gotta make yourself physically fit. And yeah.
People, or even understanding what a healthy relationship is, how to lift other people up the same way that you want to be lifted up. But worst off, that these ideas and beliefs, by joining these communities, it can lead into misogyny, stereotyping, and manipulative advice. But even much worse than that is you could slide into more of a...
The thing is, it's like, in this day and age, it's like, male spaces, it's like you can't have your own male space. You can't have your own men's club. You can't do all that. You can't have like a men's only group. Because if you do, you're gonna get attacked. Like, you're gonna get attacked by all these feminists. Like, oh, it should be for everyone. And yeah. It's like men can't have their own spaces in this day and age. Because yeah, otherwise it'd be misogynistic. But meanwhile, if like a feminist group decides to have their own women's only space, they'd get cheered for it. So, yeah.
Black pill community, where it's a more darker, fatalistic offshoot of red pill, where the general belief is that outcomes are fixed by looks, genes, and rigged social hierarchies. And they believe that effort rarely matters.
I mean, yeah. To a certain extent, that is true. It's like if you don't got the looks, you don't got the money, you don't got the status, it's like a lot of women won't touch you. And yeah, black pill community is just a little bit darker, but nah, than the red pill community.
Dating and power structures are stacked against them. And if you tell them that's not true and they have a chance and all they have to do is go talk to someone and be a genuine person and treat people with respect, they'll actually attack you. It really leads to hopelessness and echo chambers and often radicalization. And so with a red pill, you can change your outcome, but
Some people in this world, it's like if you do treat them with respect, they will see that as weakness. A lot of people out there. Is that everyone? No, but a lot of people out there. Who exactly? You don't know. Generally, it's like if you want to talk to women, it's like the big problem is it's like you got women. They'll basically scream, harassment. If you try talking to them, a lot of them will do that in this day and age. Don't know which ones. It's like, so yeah, you can't be too careful. You cannot be too careful.
But in reality, the advice they're giving is not going to lead to a healthy relationship or helping you understand how people should be treated or the way that you should expect yourself to be treated. But in that black pill scenario,
It's like, basically, you got too many women out there with masculine energy out there. Someone who works around women, it's like, yeah, too many women out there. A little too many. They're trying to jockey with men, and it's like they're trying to compete with them. And it's like, yeah, you need a masculine and a feminine side for a fucking marriage. Two paths that are complementary. You can't have two masculine energies trying to compete in a relationship.
the belief is that you cannot change your outcome. Out with all that comes the passport bros. A lot of the red pillars that believe that Western feminism has corrupted the minds of women have a belief that women overseas tend to be more feminine with traditional values. Nonetheless, we got...
Well, it's like, it's not just that feminism has corrupted the mind, it's like, it's what it's destroyed. It's like, as a fan of Star Wars, Star Trek, and Doctor Who, it's like the fucking message, as the critical drinker would put it, got jammed into the freaking stories. Like they went, like you had writers who just freaking no respect for what they're writing, and they fucking destroyed it with all this fucking LGBT and all this feminism shit. They made the Doctor female. It's like, these companies, it's like they want to it's like in their efforts to freaking to basically tailor a men's fandom into a women's fandom, they end up destroying it. So yeah, it's what feminism has destroyed as well. Yeah.
Catch up to speed. Let's see where Legion of Men goes with this.
Women everywhere are hypergamous. Everywhere. They are attracted to resources and to status. That changes, or I should say, that doesn't change no matter where you go. Whether you're a foreigner in a developing country, a developed country, wherever you go, it doesn't matter. And when you are in these developing countries, you're walking around with a neon sign that says economic opportunity. It's flashing above your head.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, wealth and status. It's like it insulates. It's like insulation. It's like insulation. It'll basically like insulate you from freaking trouble from a woman and whatnot. Because let's say you have a girl who's fighting with you for finances. It's like, that's not going to happen if you're wealthy. You know? So yeah, it smooths out a lot of the bullshit.
Head nonstop. You could spot you out of the crowd. You don't look like them. You're not going to escape hypergamy. You're just playing it on easy mode where the economic differentials are so large that even average Western guys can compete. But that doesn't mean the women are actually attracted to you. It just means that they're attracted to what you could provide. Which again, fine for some, not for others. But the moment you can't provide it at all, the moment your income drops, or you lose your job, or you run out of money, she's gone, bro. Because the attraction was never real in the first place. It was transactional. And you're just too desperate for female validation to see it.
Okay, so a lot to unpack there. And I felt like he was trying to tell them a harsh truth, but really only ended up telling them a half-truth. A lot of folks in the Red Pill community or the Passport Bro community will often refer to this moment where a woman from a foreign country who traditionally wasn't westernized begins embracing these Western values as you expose them to this better life of having money, and will once again point to either feminism or Western values as the problem that leads to these relationships falling apart. But I mean, what do you think is going to happen? You're moving to a country where you can exploit the opportunity to take advantage of these women. Like, you don't even imagine that there's the possibility you're going to be exploited back while...
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be too careful. You can't be too careful in this day and age. We live in a low-trust society. And we live in a world where it's like where it's like loyalty is not valued as much. So it is possible that, yeah, if you do lose your job, if shit goes tits up, you're out of your relationship. Not too many women want to stick around. Like over 50% of marriages end in divorce. So, yeah.
Actively exploiting someone else? And you want to know how you avoid all these things? You don't create relationships based on foundations of financial status, but instead on two genuine, authentic people having a genuine connection. And that is done through first working on yourself, learning how to love yourself, learning how to navigate life, learning how to treat other people the way that you would want to be treated, and then applying all those ideas in a healthy relationship with someone else who has those same expectations as you. You want to know how you communicate those expectations? Through good communication, a core foundation of a healthy relationship. Now, let's see if he gets to any of these ideas as he begins to deconstruct the flaws in these ideas, or let's even see if he does provide any solutions whatsoever.
So be honest with yourself about what you're actually doing and what you're actually getting.
As far as I'm concerned, it's like loving yourself and all that feely stuff. It's like, it's all well and good, but you gotta be masculine. You gotta be masculine. That's the most important part.
Because there's nothing wrong with leveraging your advantages, I told you, and enjoying a better dating market. But don't confuse that with finding something real.
But no, it's like you can communicate all you want. It's like some of these women are freaking crazy. You can communicate all you want. It's like you can't fucking negotiate with crazy. And a lot of these women are freaking crazy in this day and age. So, like you can treat them with respect, but it's like, will they treat you with respect?
Or with better options, more options, right? And don't confuse more options as better options. That's a better way to put it, right? Or women that are just nice to you because they could be nice to you because you have money, right? And that doesn't mean she'll stick around once the money disappears. People are nice to you just to get your cash, okay? It doesn't mean she's genuinely nice. I'm trying to avoid guys to make the mistake where they'll end up like the stories we heard, where their guys will like figure this out years too late after they already invested emotionally, bought property, built a house for the woman, right? And they invested emotionally and financially deep into a relationship built on a foundation of economic dependency. And it's just disguised as traditional femininity. And by then the bitterness will set in and they'll either double down and trap themselves forever on this delusion, or they come back home realizing they wasted years chasing a fantasy that was never real to begin with.
And so he begins by saying, be honest with yourself of what you're actually doing and what you're actually getting. And so he's so close to say, hey, you're exploiting people and they're exploiting you back. So close, like saying it in other words. But the latter part really feels almost like a black pill rant. So many of these people that he's talking to feel like they have zero opportunities. And this passport bro idea is their Hail Mary, their one last shot. And he's really kind of shitting all over them.
Like, yeah. First off, it's like if you can do your job remotely, it's like, yeah, you can make your money in the United States, and you can freaking go to these places where your money goes a lot further and whatnot. And yeah.
And this is a big part of these communities, is to shit on one another, keep them down, keep them in these communities, make them feel hopeless and have despair. None of the things that lead to loving yourself.
Let me tell you, it's like, let me tell you something about the divorce statistics. Let me tell you something. It's like, over half of all marriages end in divorce. Over 80% of divorces are initiated by the woman. And if you have kids, over a 90% chance that the wife gets the kids. And you end up going through the family courts. You end up paying out alimony. You end up paying out legal fees, child support, whatnot. And it destroys you financially. You love yourself all you want, but it's like, some of these women ain't loyal. They ain't loyal.
Or treating people better, or understanding what a healthy relationship is. Let's keep going and see what other advice he has for these folks.
That's just what I wanted to say about this whole passport bro digital nomad, dating overseas. It's gotten so popular and so cheap to travel that you just save a little bit of money, you go overseas, and the attention, it's overwhelming. You're desperate for some love, from attention. Guys just forget how to act. They start to think with the man downstairs, and you'll get an explosion of videos saying, it's not it, it's a scam, bar girl did this. It's like,
Okay, so there was some advice packaged in there, but it was just a general advice of don't do it, which I agree with, but he doesn't substitute that with anything else. So let's just take a little bit of time to talk about the core foundation ideas that create a healthy relationship that lead.
Create as many healthy relationships as you want. It's like the woman still has, if the woman still has the pin, if she has an active grip on the fucking pin to the grenade, you're still fucked. Because you can't fucking negotiate with crazy. You fucking can't negotiate with crazy. And yeah. I think I'm going to leave this video here as it is right now on the Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, peace out.